Imagine giving two people the exact same amount of money.
One person buys a luxury car. The other buys a small asset that earns money every month. 10 years later, one has a memory. The other has a fortune. Same money, different result. Why? Because wealth is not just about money. It's about how you think about money. And the world's wealthiest people think about it very differently than the rest of us. Most people spend their lives playing a simple game. Earn, spend. Earn again, spend again. A bigger paycheck feels like progress. A bigger house feels like success. A newer car feels like achievement. How much they earn, they're still trading their time for money. And time is the one thing they can never get back. They focus on owning things that earn money. That single shift changes everything. Most people ask, how can I make more money? Billionaires ask, how can I own something?
That makes money? Think about it. A paycheck only works when you're working.
Ownership works even when you're sleeping. A business, a stock, a piece of real estate, a valuable brand, a digital product, an audience. These are all assets. Assets continue producing value long after the work is done. Billionaires spend less time chasing income, time acquiring ownership, because ownership scales. Time doesn't. Imagine two people. Every morning, both spend $5. The first person buys a coffee. The second person buys a tiny piece of a company. The coffee is gone in 20 minutes. The ownership Now repeat that decision hundreds of times, thousands of times. Eventually, the gap becomes enormous. Not because one person was smarter, because one person consistently chose ownership over consumption. This is how wealth begins. Not with giant decisions, with small, repeated decisions. Most people think about next week. Successful people think about next year. Billionaires often think about the next decade. When they make a decision, they don't ask, what will happen tomorrow? They ask, what will happen 10 years from now? This is why they seem patient, because they're playing a different game. A tree planted today won't provide shade tomorrow, but in 10 years, it changes everything. The same is true for investments, skills, businesses, relationships, and reputation. The biggest rewards often belong to people willing to wait longer than everyone else. Imagine a snowball rolling down a mountain. At first, it barely grows. Then, suddenly, it becomes massive. Money works the same way. Small gains don't look impressive at the beginning. That's why most people quit too early. But billionaires understand something most people ignore. Compounding rewards, patience. A small advantage repeated over years becomes extraordinary. Not because of luck, not because of genius, because growth builds upon previous growth. The secret isn't explosive growth. The secret is staying in the game long enough. Most people think money buys things. Billionaires often think money buys options. The option to choose. The option to wait. The option to say no. The option to spend time where it matters most. The true value of money isn't the things it purchases. It's the control it gives over your life. Think about that for a moment. That's why many wealthy people focus on building freedom rather than showing wealth. Because freedom lasts longer than status. This might be the most surprising one. Most people focus on making money. Billionaires focus on not losing it. They understand that one terrible decision can destroy years of progress. So they avoid unnecessary risks. They protect what they've built. They think carefully before acting. Because wealth is not just about growth, it's about survival. The goal isn't to win every time. The goal is to stay in the game. Now think about the last thing you spent a significant amount of money on. Why did you buy it? Did it create value? Or did it create a feeling? Did it make your future stronger? Or simply make the present more enjoyable? There's no right or wrong answer. But billionaire thinking begins with asking that question. Because every dollar has two possible lives. The life it lives today, and the life it could become tomorrow. So how do billionaires think about money? They choose ownership over income. They think in decades instead of days. They trust compounding. They value freedom more than appearances. And they protect wealth as carefully as they build it. The biggest difference isn't the size of their bank account. It's the lens through which they see every financial decision. And once you change the way you think about money, the way you use money starts to change too. That's the billionaire mind trick, and most people never notice it. But money isn't the only thing psychology influences. There's another powerful mental trick used every day by salespeople, negotiators, marketers, and manipulators. A technique that can make people say yes without realizing why. And that's exactly what we'll uncover in the next episode of Mind Trick Explained.